All right.
We're back on, baby.
back on.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Not So DJing, episode number 3. So it turns out we're
number 3 already?
Yeah, we cranked them out.
Dang,
we're in there.
them out.
We're just going to keep on pumping them out.
It just took so long to set this up.
It did take a long time to set this up. So I actually got some new facts, and do you want me to read them out to you real quick?
Facts on?
Well, new statistics, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So, okay, so I just Googled it up. It turns out we're actually not the number 1 podcast in the world.
We're not? What happened?
We're the most versatile podcast in the world.
Oh. I even got the I even got the hoodie on.
That actually is a one-on-one.
Can you tell the story about versatile and how you came up with that? Because we were trying to start a clothing, like we've tried a lot of things.
We've done a couple.
We've done a lot of things, but versatile was one of them. Tell me about versatile.
Versatile is literally a one-of-one. You know, I made like literally a couple of pieces or whatever, but I just thought it was like, oh, okay. What do you need to be in life? That's a serious question. What do you need to be?
What do you need to be?
Do you need to be like good at one thing, or do you need to be good at many things?
You just need to be able to do those things, I guess.
So you need to be like. You need to be good at many things, in my opinion.
You need to be what they would say,
so
versatile.
Oh. So, versatile. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But I made a hoodie. You know, I literally made like 2 shirts or whatever, and I was like, oh, I think this is pretty cool. But then, like, I just didn't have the time to do anything. I just didn't have the time to do it. But you make time for what you want to make time for.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That you do make time. I think at the time you were probably just spreading yourself too thin on the things you were trying to do.
That's true. That is true.
Because you can only dedicate so much time to so many things.
Yeah, I know.
As much as people say you can make time, there's only so many hours in the day. There's only 24 hours.
You sleep 6, 7, 8 hours.
Yeah, and then you might be able to get a lot done, but
7 hours is kind of my magic number.
I've always wanted to play the guitar. The guitar might have to wait for now.
Dude, we were literally talking about that yesterday. Like, I feel like if you don't learn how to play, now this is just my personal opinion, okay? If you don't learn how to play the guitar as a kid, you're probably not going to learn how to play the guitar when you're older, just because you have other things to do than learn how to play the guitar when you're older. Like
it's not that you don't have time, but there's other things that like end up taking up your time. Yeah. Then you have kids and your kids crying and
how many kids you got?
Huh? I don't got kids. I don't got kids. Now I probably could. Before I just actually didn't, but now I do have a little bit more time on, or starting to have a little more time. You can, because we just had that guitar sitting there. But that might be later down. There's other things I want to. That's what it is. There's just other things I'd rather learn right now than like a guitar. But
versatile tech, versatile network actually.
Yeah, that's it.
We're on the versatile network. We're gonna have a couple things on the versatile network. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Because I told them because we already had these hoodies when we were designing.
Like I said, it's a one-of-one hoodie, so we have one single.
They're like one-of-one NFT. How much is it going for? I'm wearing a one-on-one.
I couldn't let that go, honestly. That's
how much is on? How much you wearing right now?
Priceless.
Don't even ask. It's 101.
It is 101. It's priceless. It's priceless.
But that's how I come up with the versatile network, though, because he had already had the idea of having the versatile clothing brand. I was like, dude, we should just be the versatile network. Like, it's gonna be the top of everything. We work under the versatile network.
Yeah, pretty cool.
But gotta stay repping the city, man.
Gotta rep the city always. Well, not always. Everybody just don't have that much like.
Only one of us can rep the city at a
time. We switch who reps the city.
Doesn't she have one?
No.
Oh, damn.
I actually have a long sleeve. I should have worn the long sleeve. We could have been matching today. But
we could have. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Oops, darn. But what I was gonna ask you is, you want to talk a little bit about how we got started in NFTs?
I mean, yeah, that's kind of where I guess that was already kind of
honestly, I like this. You know, I really do like this because you know what we're doing is we're literally we're just building the foundation. Like we're building the foundation of who we are, how we got started. It's kind of cool. It's pretty cool.
I mean, that was kind of always the idea. Like the NFTs be the foundation. I mean, whoever bought our apes, because our apes are out. You can go on Magic Eden too. Ape, right there.
What, you want to pop it up on the big screen?
No, they can see the ape.
Oh, that is...
Yeah,
that
the
is
ape,
right
ape
there,
over there. We got the apes everywhere, man. Dope art. Go pick them up on Magic Eden. Yeah. But, I mean, the versatile... Oh, yeah, I mean, because you can see some of the apes already have the versatile stuff. The versatile hoodies on them. Little Easter eggs that we're dropping in. I mean, I didn't think anybody would catch on, but I was like, oh, that'd be cool for later on. Be like, oh yeah, it's been the Versatile Network. But man, so that's kind of how we came up with the Versatile Network. How did we get into NFTs? How did we?
Are you asking me?
You were asking me, so I guess it started. What are we in? Man, honestly, it was probably already around this time. It might have been around like this. Because we had already heard of, you always hear about things. You never look into them, but you start looking into them. But it was around this time. I think we were already kind of talking about, bro, we should do start something. We wanted to just start something in general.
Yeah.
And we thought about NFTs, but it was just kind of a thought, like October time of last year. That's crazy to think. Time flies by so fast.
It does fly by quick.
But it was getting closer to December. All right, so it's October. Just we're talking about it, thinking about things, what kind of thing we're gonna start. But December rolls around, and it's Christmas time. I'm like, oh, we've been talking about the NFTs. Let me get him an NFT that I'll just send him over. But when I was looking, at that time we were kind of in Time Wonderland too. So I was looking at AVAX NFTs because remember, got its time. It was on AVAX. So I was looking at AVAX NFTs. And I could not find any art that I thought that I liked, because I feel like we have pretty similar tastes. I was like, I think if I like it, he'll like it too, something dope. I know what he thinks would look cool. So, but bro, I could not find nothing. Yeah, or maybe I just wasn't looking, or maybe I was just nothing good and cheap. I mean, all the good stuff is
That's funny. Do you want it good or do you want it cheap?
Yeah. Sometimes you pay for what you get for. And I did. Well, actually, what's funny is I didn't really understand NFTs and whitelist at the time, but that I was just looking on the websites like NFT Rarity, I think. Or I didn't even know where I was looking on.
Yeah, you were hopping in the whole project.
But I just found him a little monkey that was like a little monkey. We'd have to pull it up. Maybe I'll throw it up on there if you still have it. You probably have to go dig through and find it. But when I gave it to him, I told him the whole story how about I couldn't find him, and then that's when he was like, well, let's just, we should just start our own NFT. He started looking too. He's like, we should just start our own NFT collection, because we knew there's a lot of projects out there, but, figuring there's a lot of projects out there, you'd think you'd find a good one pretty quick, or good art collection pretty quick. So that's kind of how we came up with, or what got us in the direction of getting to NFTs and starting our NFT collection. I guess.
And then it took months on to actually.
Yeah, so that was December. That was the end of December. It kind of plays into work, but I guess we won't. You want to get into work and how that kind of took play? Because remember at the time I was like, maybe.
What?
Well, got fired.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I got fired, but it wasn't for anything like.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't
like I was sucking.
He made a hole in the wall pretty much. And they just had to let it go.
Time out. It didn't happen I raged on something. This is the full story of how I got fired.
Yeah, tell him, bro. That's actually a pretty funny story.
I was trying to find the monkey real quick, but okay. So this was the day before Christmas. We have. Oh, actually no. It was the 23rd. 23rd. I had Christmas Eve off, and me and my buddy around that time, there's not a whole lot. There are people buying cars, but there's not a whole lot of people buying cars. And there's just kind of a feeling in the air. You're just you're like a little kid. You're like, oh, I want to go home. I don't have to work for 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a kid having spring break.
Honestly, everyone was on that vibe.
So we were all just chopping it up. Everybody was just hanging out or whatever. One of the guys there was he was like, dude, I could take you down to the ground. You know how that guy, I can take you down to the ground. And I was like, no, you can't take me down to the ground. I'm maneuverable out here.
I was not there at the time.
He wasn't there. I was like, no, dude, I swear I can take you down. And it escalated from there, and we just kept on going back and forth. We ended up in the conference room. I don't know why we chose the conference room, but we thought it was a good place to go. Instead of doing it out in the open, on the showroom floor, we went to the conference room. And we were wrestling in the conference room we were going to wrestle for 30 seconds, but we ended up only wrestling for 10 seconds. I'm going to give you a little visual. I had him right here. We might even put the video in.
Yeah.
I had him right here. And then, like, I don't know, I turned to him.
Yeah.
And I just, like, ran him into the wall. And he was like...
his face in the video. I remember seeing this video.
he was a larger gentleman. He was probably twice my size. And just
it was
ran
crazy.
right into the wall.
You know, the crazy thing is, they let him go the day before, Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, yeah. It's kind of wild.
But that leads into, I was like, man, you never know, bro. Like, because he had a good job there. And I was like, bro. He just went to another dealership. It was no big deal.
Yeah, I mean, the car set, they're like...
Yeah, but I mean, you kind of like get comfortable where you're at because people are coming back to you, looking for you.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But he was like, we had just saw that damn Blazarian. Well, he just got it from someone else. That's how it goes anyway.
That's true.
But he was like, the Chinese farmer store, it's like, maybe. Like, you don't know what's going to happen because of this, and then maybe. You just have to wait and see and find out. You never know why something happened.
Maybe it's good for you, maybe it's bad for you. You don't really ever know.
So when that happened, I think that really sparked a fire in your belly to be like, we really do have to start something.
No, you know what really sparked a fire in my belly? I went to the other place and I was not selling a lot of cars. I really wasn't motivated to sell cars.
Yeah, so
honestly, at the time, like, we were really like taking it up a notch on like the NFTs. Like, we were like trying to push the project out, but like there's not really a guide on how to start an NFT project. Not. It's just literally like you try something out, oh, it doesn't work, try this out, okay, boom, boom. You just keep on trying stuff out until like something works.
There's not a guide out there. That was a problem. I mean, that's just a problem with everything. But if it was easy, everybody would do it. Everybody would do it.
So we were just trying a bunch of stuff out and like
money wasted trying things out. But
oh my gosh.
Yeah, a lot of scammers in the space.
There is,
but just
super amount of scammers.
Scammers. I guess everywhere there's just scammers, but especially in crypto because it's just on.
Maybe it feels like more just because like.
But it's a lot of scamming that could be avoided if you really just like didn't, get into projects, do your own research. A lot of things that could be avoided if you did your own research.
Not even, bro. There's just like people like.
But then again, there's always scammers. But you can't avoid a lot of it if we would have just done a quick Google search or something.
That's true.
Just a quick Google search, but there definitely is a lot of scammers. But the whole reason I was telling that story is, leading into like how. So he was working a lot more on the NFTs because he had just started there. And when you kind of just start there, it was kind of like we had other things. And I think since he had already been selling cars longer, that's what it was too. He had already been selling for a little bit longer than.
I was 21 years in.
No, I was 21 years. I was only 14. I was at the time.
10 and a half.
I wasn't even. I was.
You were 10 and a half.
Yeah, I was like at 10 years.
Again, this goes back to 1 year in the car. It's 7 years in real life. So.
Yeah, I was 7 years. I was barely 7 years in the business. I was fresh because when he left, a bunch of other people had quit, and
it wasn't. I didn't just get fired. It was the other guy too.
Yeah.
We were like pretty good salespeople at the dealership.
Yeah, they were great. They were great. So and then
created quite a bit of void for Rosmo.
Yeah, so they left or they got fired, and then a bunch of other guys left. Like once they left because they were like, oh no, forget this place. Yeah. And then it really left the doors open for me. So he was really pushing the project, and I was down for it, but I was kind of like side thing. Mm-hmm. We'll push your side thing because work is great for me. But really, man, that's what I'm saying. He really took the guts to be like, man, forget this other job. I really wanted to do the NFTs, but. That's kind of how we ended up there.
That whole situation there, whenever I literally quit on April Fool's.
Tell them about that. That's funny.
That whole situation was pretty funny. It's that's some shit that you see a movie.
Yeah, it was. I remember when he called me or when he texted me, but I was like, what? What are you talking about?
It was some shit you see in a movie. I was literally driving to work, and then
go ahead.
I was driving to work, and it was April 1st, and I was like, damn, it's already April 1st, and not shit has been done. We have so much we want to do this year, and not shit has been done.
Yeah.
And even we were still pushing. I was still pushing the project, but it's just you can only do so much when you work a full-time job.
Not just any full-time job.
Car business.
Bro, you be there all day.
And you can work 6 days a week.
Yeah.
They don't say 6 days a week, but they want you to work 6 days a week.
They do. Sometimes I would be there 6 days a week. So
yeah.
I wouldn't have much. Or at the time, I was like, this is the way to make money.
Most of the time,
as quick as possible.
10 hours a day. We just didn't have the time. But so I was driving, and I was like, damn, dude, we haven't done anything. And I was like, I guarantee the rest of the year is going to be just like this. Nothing's going to get accomplished. Everything's going to stay exactly the same. We're going to be exactly where we're at if we don't do something. And then literally as the last little U-turn comes around, like last chance for me to turn around and like head back home, like not to go to work and like tell them. I busted that U-turn.
That's too funny.
I busted that U-turn. I texted my manager because I knew if I went in, I felt like.
Yeah,
if I went in, I was like, they would have just talked me into staying, honestly. So I was like, I texted my manager. I said, I'm not coming in. Hey, I just told him these are my resignation papers or whatever.
Wow.
And in the car business, bro, let's be real, like
yeah, there ain't no resignation.
There's no like whenever you quit, they're like, okay, leave.
Yeah, and then low key they'd be like, all right, you're back.
yeah. Like, if you were to go back, oh, cool.
Yeah, but when I remember that day, he texted me. He was like, I quit my job, and it was April 1st. So I was like, I don't know if he's serious or not, because it was April 1st, and then it was April Fool's. It was like I was like, man, did he really? And then I was like, man, maybe he did.
It's crazy day.
He was like, B&B, here I come. Because the Fast B&B was going on at the same time. It was like,
actually, no, it was Stable B&B. Fast B&B just finito.
Oh, Fast B&B had just finito. But, and then, so, I mean, we had already been working on NFTs, right? It was kind of like we'd get home, we'd start working on whatever time we did have.
Yeah.
And so, it would be pretty late. We'd be up to like 12, I remember sometime. You know, like, we'd be up late, and then, I mean, I remember I used to purposely wake up earlier, and then we get back to work on the project. But so we had already been working on the project through like January till about April, right? That's about right, because I mean,
January to April we were working on the project, but it like really started picking up. Like it's just like a snowball effect, honestly.
And we kind of, I think we kind of understood. Like as further we went along, we're like, this feels like a snowball effect.
Yeah,
you just get bigger, more people join.
More people. Yeah, the easier it gets for you, honestly. But it was nice though, like building up that snowball.
But like when but I remember I would get home and I'd be like, oh, where are we at with the project? Kind of like that. It was like, I mean, because I'd be like, oh, you try to be on there, but it's nothing like. It's a full-time job running an NFT business. A little Discord. You got your Twitter. You got.
And then we don't have like a huge staff or anything. It's literally me, you,
and then Champagne.
And then we had
Queen Ape.
Yeah, Champagne and Queen Ape, but they work full-time jobs.
Yeah, they were working full-time jobs. I mean, shoot. I mean, I was too, but when I mean.
Well, Champagne was with us, but Queen Ape wasn't.
But when we had. But it goes back to there was no guide, really.
Yeah.
Like what I was trying to. Oh, I remember what I was doing for us. I was really just trying to do the research for us.
You were doing.
Yeah, I was just doing the research, like as far as which coin we were gonna end up on, like because there's a time we were battling between Ethereum.
Oh my gosh, that was.
I was like, bro, we can't be on Ethereum, and he was like, yes, we have to.
Well, tell him why we chose Solana.
Why? Because of the gas fees. And I was telling him too, bro. I was like, bro, the gas fees are going to be crazy. I don't know what kind of math you're doing, that Mexican math.
I don't know what kind of math.
What interest is this?
Chill out. That's yeah.
But I was like, bro, it's a $5,000 collection. I was like, dude, the gas fees are going to be crazy.
5,000 piece collection, and the gas fees were crazy. Like they were.
Yeah, they were crazy, but I mean, I understood what he was saying too at the time, because like
that was like a 2 to 3 week battle, like back and forth, because I was like eating.
It was a big thing, yeah, because we're gonna take the project super serious. So
yeah,
we wanted to make sure.
But I'm glad we did Solana. But it was really it was the gas fees. But I remember the night that I was like, oh. We have to do that.
We don't have a choice. We don't have a choice.
Solana's the future.
Solana 10x.
The Solana 10x, yeah. But
he was wearing a Solana. The next day he came out with a Solana shirt.
Yeah. I was like, let's go Solana. But no, we tried to upload one just like magic. Or no, we tried to upload one to OpenSea, just like a random picture, just to see what the gas fees would be, and it was like, dude, it was a lot of ETH, bro. Like I was like, we literally, if we scrape together every single penny we have, we still can't upload our project. We couldn't even upload our project.
I mean, there's definitely ways around, and that's what I like about crypto. There's ways to get around different things.
There are.
You just type it into the code, and then you change it all up. But gosh, so when we're doing Ethereum, I remember what you had said was. oh, it's because Ethereum is like the Mercedes, and
Yeah, I was
everything
saying that,
else is kind of feels like, you know, just your other brand, and or Ethereum's like your Apple, or like it's the first one. It's like the household name. People
It's
know
that
about
Apple
it.
versus that Samsung.
Yeah,
Android.
honestly, and I kind of felt that way too, because a lot of it is kind of just branding and like, and it really is, and like the numbers, like how Doge zeros, psychological. There we go.
It
All
is psychological.
those digits versus Ethereum, it's at 3,000. You know.
Yeah, but honestly, I'm really glad we went with Solana, because the Solana group and the Solana people are they're very, like, honestly, like the best way to put it is like they're chill, like they're cool people.
Yeah, I do.
I'm not saying ETH people aren't cool, but like.
Yeah, because we were. I mean, I won't bring up that other project. There was another project that we had kind of worked on, but that one was on, Polygon. Polygon. I don't know why. I don't know if that's true or
no. You're saying you don't want to bring it up like it was a bad project.
No, it's hidden. It's low key. We're keeping it on the low because we're still working on it.
It literally we literally just put it out there. We didn't sell one.
It's still in the works.
Yeah, it's in the works. But like that was honestly our first one that we did. But like we didn't sell it. We like literally delisted it like very quickly. But we're like, oh,
because it goes back to there's no guide.
There's no guide, so we didn't know. We
tried.
were like, oh, let's do this. It didn't work out. But you live and you learn.
Yeah, that's a talk for later down.
Yeah, you live and you learn.
But the Solana people, I do like the Solana people, and like the whole way, or I don't know if it's like that in ever, because we were like very much in the Discord space, but like the whole projects doing collabs, like they all seem to help each other out.
They do.
Yeah,
they're very, very friendly people.
It's like hardly anybody ever came into our project and was like
really dissing on us.
Yeah, no one ever dissed on us, and that's, I think, because we were coming at it like this is just our project.
Yeah,
and it was our project, and it still is our project. Shout out to the Ape Shit fam,
yes,
the ass fam out there. But going back to like, there's no book out there for NFT projects. Like when others, I remember when like smaller projects would reach out to us to like collab, I'd be like, oh yeah. Once we got a little bit bigger, it was like, I always remember back to our shoes. I was like, gosh, I remember when we were that small. I was like, gosh, when we get bigger, to help people out, and that's a lot of like.
That's true. That's true. Like,
that's kind of why we're doing this too. Like,
I plan on like
what we do know, help out.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
With the podcast, so I do plan on I do actually want to bring like projects on, like not even like whenever we get bigger and we get clouded up and everything, like I do want to like bring on like smaller projects and help push them, and like not be
even
like,
right now smaller projects want to collab, join our ass Discord.
We can
Discord.
collab in our Discord, but like helping them out on the YouTube aspect of it too.
Yeah, I know, because you know what's the craziest thing on YouTube when it came to YouTube? Like because people post like NFTs or people's channels who are specifically around NFTs. I remember trying to reach out to them, and I was like, they would reply and they'd be like, yeah, give me the money though. I was like, oh, this ain't you ain't out here just doing reviews on projects. I was like, you should that's what it was, reviews. It was like a review on you should review our project, because I felt like we were actually trying to do something different.
I wasn't gonna say that. That's what I was gonna say, but that's why we want to help us with projects.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you don't have to call out who it was.
Yeah, that's true. But like I'm not gonna lie, we definitely thought that whenever we were first hopping in. Well, like you see, like you said, you see somebody review a project, we think that they're giving us their honest review.
Yeah, there we go. That's what it was.
We think that they're actually like wanting to review these projects.
That's what it was. That's kind of why I was like, oh, whoa. But I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you always want to make your money. Yeah, they always want to make the money too.
Well, I mean, if like YouTube
money makes the world go round.
True. If YouTube is what they actually do, then I understand that. But like, it just was totally. I didn't expect it though.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was, because I wasn't expecting it. Like, if I did a review on something, I would want that to be my honest review. Yeah, my honest review. Because then I started thinking about it too. Because I was like, think about other videos that I had watched. I'm like, wait. Then that made me start thinking. I was like, then what else is like really paid for? I was like, and then I was thinking about it more, and I was like, wait. So that's why I was like, how come they reviewed that crappy project and they can't seem to find us? I was like, if they're really looking for these projects, they would choose like our project to review. Because I'm like, I know they know about us now because they see our page now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you reply back to my message, so you know our project. So now, shouldn't you do a review? That's kind of my logical thinking. I was like, as long as they can see my message, they'll put eyes, and then if they really reviewing it, then they'd be like, oh, check out this project I just found. But it ain't like that. That ain't the real world.
You know, we might just make a guide eventually, and we'll put that in the guide.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, from what we did pick up, because honestly, just trying it out, just doing it.
We really tried a little bit of it all.
Oh, yeah. We tried out a little bit of it all. So what I do now, I'll be like, this is what it was, and don't try it. But DYOR. Always do your own research. I think I'll never stop saying that, because it's true. Just with not even just crypto, just anything, man.
I think you say that just because you were like, hey, I told you to do your own research.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I told you. I didn't say to do it, but I mean, kind of do it.
I lost all this money. I told you to do your research.
I told you, but hey, it's kind of like, but I don't know, man.
But that's what do you know? Like, even the people that are super knowledgeable, though, you know, like they're just speaking from one side most of the time. There's a whole other side to everything.
You know what kind of mindset I wish everybody kind of had? It's kind of like it's like you're not gonna know until you do it, and you need to almost stop. Of course, think about things, but don't think about them too long. You know,
that's true.
Just take action at one point. At one point, you got to take.
That's what I preached to you for the longest time, and I'm glad you're adopting
that mindset. I definitely picked that up from Elisha. This man is my yin to my yang.
Yeah, we really complement each other well, because like I do things very fast. He doesn't always do things fast, but it's good because sometimes I do things too fast, and like
you kind of like that spreading yourself thin. It's like, you know, you just we're trying a couple things.
Just boom.
Well, like what have you tried?
What if I not try that? I feel like it's probably easier to
list off a couple of them.
Oh man, I've sold. I don't even want to talk about some of them. I'm embarrassed about some of them.
Like the funniest one for me is Amway.
You've done Amway? Oh yeah, of course I've done multi-level marketing. Like
multi-level marketing. Those are funny. It's funny how I only say that because it's funny how they get you in.
Dude,
how they get you in. They're so sneaky about it.
Give me the hook. Give me the hook right now.
On the hook?
Yeah. Give me the hook. I'm just chilling. I'm just vibing. What's the hook?
Oh man, gosh. Well, the hook is really. It's like, oh yeah, like because the way they get to you is
they get you like this. Hey, bro, I got this great opportunity.
That's what you mean. Yeah, that is the hook. Actually, I got this great opportunity.
I
remember when he came at me before.
I did.
Because he tried to. Because after Amway, he had came. That's kind of how we almost kind of reconnected.
That's rekindled, yeah.
A little bit, but he was like, I got this great opportunity.
Me,
I was like, oh, it's Elijah. Let me hear.
It wasn't a great opportunity.
But then when I found out what it was, I was like, but then I was also like, sounds very much like Amway. And it kind of was. It was Ambit.
It was Ambit, yeah.
An energy company. That one was quick. That one went quick. I didn't even really dip my toes in that one.
Yeah. But I've done a little bit of it all. I've tried a lot of things out. Mm-hmm. Some of them, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little too embarrassed to even say on this podcast. That I don't want it coming back to haunt me. Not that like I did anything morally wrong, but just because it's kind of embarrassing overall.
The one that's funny to me is the Lucid. We tried a clothing brand.
Yeah, we did try another clothing brand. It's kind of. I think people like try clothing brands out or like do clothing brands.
I feel like everybody wants a clothing brand.
Yeah, well everybody kind of has their own style and fashion, but it's like a very low cost of entry overall.
Yeah, that's kind of why we're kind of leaning towards that one because one of the things was like, well, it's got to be low cost of entry.
Low cost, yeah.
But with that one, I was like, oh shoot, because bro, you can find everything online. But there was like a website that it was print on demand. You didn't even have to have the stuff in stock. And people would just order it, and it would go through that website.
How many people ordered it?
What?
Our Lucid.
Yeah.
How many people ordered it?
What? Well, if you include, not even us. We didn't get that far.
That one was another spread thin ordeal, but
yeah, but that's just an idea of like if someone actually did want to do a clothing brand. Because we didn't do it then, but dipping our toes and like looking around because we got the.
Well, yeah,
we got some stuff that I should. Oh shoot! We ended up using it for not Lucid, but we
I Love Ass. Yeah.
No, we ended up using it.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, honestly, we'll probably end up using them too. Yeah. Whenever we push out the the apparel for Apeshit Society. But real quick, I have a question for you. You're gonna like this one. Is there any projects that you've seen out there? Is there anything that's catching your eye out there other than Apeshit Society? Because I know Apeshit Society is catching your eye. We really are doing it differently. Like, this is some different shit that we're doing.
Like up and coming ones?
Not even up and coming, that are out right now.
That like catch my attention?
Yeah, anything that catches your attention.
Honestly, the one that really caught my attention, because when I was first looking at NFTs, the Z-Run racing horses, I thought that was a really good idea.
That's cool.
That's a cool idea, because I was like, why are these horses so valuable? And then I was like, because you have to imagine, that was like a long time ago. So I was like, why are these horses so? Because you look at the charts, you just see the picture of the horse. Man, they're just horses. And I was like, oh my god, that's actually really cool. Like, you can train your horse and whatever. And I was thinking about getting into it, but too complicated.
It's very complicated.
Anybody got time to train the horse?
Yeah, it was a complicated system, but I don't know. It is a cool idea though. Like the horse races, like virtual horse races, definitely.
Do you have an NFT project out there?
Besides
Apeshit.
That's cool. Apeshit Society. Honestly, guys, we're going to Pluto.
We're
taking
guys.
off.
We're still taking you guys.
Like
this part of we're in the spaceship right now, guys.
We are in the spaceship right now.
Put on our.
You guys are an ass holder. You guys. I'm not saying you're going to be able to get a Lambo with one NFT, but you might.
But you might. You never
It's
know. Anything's possible if you believe.
Yeah, anything's possible. And you don't just believe. You put in the work.
Yeah, you put in the work.
That's what we're doing. We're putting in the work.
Well,
But back to if I had a pick right now, like obviously like Utes is like, everybody's talking about Utes. They might just revive Solana NFTs. Who knows?
Yeah,
like,
I actually really liked that little video that they put together.
Oh, that video was pretty cool.
I liked it. It was going hard.
Their floor prices like are ridiculous, which is obvious, but like it's wild. It's wild what they're like, just their overall project and like how they handed out their like whitelist was actually pretty cool. Like how they like publicly announced their whitelist. I was like, on Twitter, so they have like a Twitter page and they publicly announce like.
Was this while I was in Mexico?
Yeah, Erasmus has been in Mexico.
Yeah, I was in the gutters of Mexico for some family.
Not even a week. It was longer than a week, but he was.
So yeah, I didn't have any signal, so I was. And bro, when you're out from the crypto space for a week, and I'm like, so much stuff was happening. Elijah, yeah, I was like, whoa, so much is happening, and then I got back, and I was like, I felt like I was gone for months. Where am I?
You really do miss like.
I know. No, I think that's just crypto in general, man. You blink or you miss out on a day, and Solana network crashed.
Yeah, are you bullish about Solana?
Bro, I'm bullish on Solana. Always.
At one point
you know what? Here.
You feared me at one point. You kind of you struck FUD into my heart on Solana. I was like, damn, FUD really does spread quickly.
Yeah, FUD will spread quickly because if you see other people, but I think what it is, it's like kind of like same with Ethereum. Like they're gonna have their kinks. It's gonna get worked out because I feel like not really so much that it's like the best coin out there, but there's so many like big names supporting Solana. I'm like, shoot, if they're gonna support it, what do I know? They know.
Honestly, they're the ones propping it up right now.
Yeah, they're probably like the ones still holding it up and like, gosh, what was it that hack? It wasn't really Solana Network's fault.
That was
stuff like that was like, whoa.
You would think that it probably affected the price,
and it didn't at all. And I was like,
even during all their crash,
I got a Solana T-shirt, put it on too. Woo, Solana.
Bro, even during all their crashes, like nothing really. Like
so
I mean, maybe a couple did, but nothing like major.
Yeah, and then I really feel like NFTs. People are saying like I really do like the NFTs that are on Solana.
They're cool.
Yeah, the Magic Eden's cool. I mean, there's just it plays into that gas fee that there's not gas fees on there.
Yeah.
So imagine if Ethereum gas fees were cheaper. Shoot, we probably would have been on there. We might not even be here.
I think we would have.
But you never know where it would have led.
I guess it goes back to the
kind of like, hey, if Ethereum doesn't pick it up, there's other people right behind you. Mm-hmm. There's someone right behind you, ready to take your spot, man.
Dude, that's with anything.
That's with anything.
That's
why that when it goes how we started it, it's like, what do I think about Ethereum? Mm-hmm. I'm like,
Solana.
It's early. It's early in the crypto space. We don't know what's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. I'm just here to
witness it all.
Be a part of it. Yeah, and be a part of it.
That's cool.
Pretty much what it is. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I just want to learn about it.
I want to learn about it. And
And
honestly,
I want to share. I want to share what I
I
learned.
want to build up the freaking versatile network to be a tycoon. You know? I want everything under us.
Is Versatile Network on the takeover?
Versatile Network
King
is on
Gabe.
the takeover.
King Gabe.
Versatile Network is on the takeover. Apeshit Society is going to be on the takeover. We're going to be booming. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Like, you have no idea how excited I am. Good way to end the podcast right here, this episode.
I think this is good. Good little stopping spot.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in today.
Thank you.
Just like, subscribe, turn that notification bell. I think that's what they say, right?
I'm pretty sure.
But for real, just check us out on Instagram, our Discord. We're going to be posting like pretty much every day, maybe even twice a day. Check our Instagram. We'll keep you in the loop there.
We're gonna be pumping out some pods. Like,
yeah,
we got some things to talk about.
Yeah, hey,
having a conversation with you, dude. We're just vibing.
Yeah, we're just vibing. Honestly, we're just vibing. If you want to vibe with us, tune in. Shameless plug, Apeshit holders, because our mint is live with the Apeshit Society. I did pick up a couple apes. We got some big things coming.
Our mint's not live.
Our mint is our mint. Oh, our mint's not live, but you can mint. Sometimes I speak. Sometimes
it's okay.
You can mint on Magic Eden already. So pick up some apes because we got some big things.
You can grab off the secondary on Magic Eden.
You grab off the
secondary.
Okay,
it's fine. It's fine. I'll technicality.
You know what I mean.
I don't want to get you guys confused.
You know what I mean.
You know what I mean. Love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Third episode of Not So Deejin. Peace.
Na 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 na.
Mint on Magic Eden.